Alright guys, thank you for tuning in on this second episode of 48 Hours in Chernobyl. And before I take you with me on this 48-hour adventure, I will brief you guys about how dangerous visiting Chernobyl actually is. For me, it is very important to inform you about the danger of visiting Chernobyl, because I am the one who is responsible for you guys during this 48-hour adventure. During our 48-hour visit, I will give all of you guys a dosimeter. With this device, you can actually measure the radiation level. So I am going to explain to you in Dexter and Didi language what radiation is and what radiation does, so you can read and understand the device that's in your hand. At the end of this video, all of you guys will become radiation experts, okay?
What I'm talking about might save your life someday, okay?
Okay, Mr. Mackey, okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to keep this as simple as possible so that everybody can understand how it works. So what is radiation? Very simple. It's a kind of energy, and it is everywhere.
Everywhere, everywhere.
Is radiation dangerous? Radiation can be dangerous. There are different types of radiation, but we are not going to discuss all the different types. The type of radiation that we are going to talk about is radiation that can go through your body and it can damage your DNA. Did I scare you yet? No need to. The radiation we are talking about is only dangerous if you are exposed to it on a higher level. So your question would be, what is a high level of radiation that can be dangerous? Oh, now we have to talk about numbers. The numbers we are going to talk about are the same numbers that you are going to read on your dosimeter. The numbers on your dosimeter are measured in microsievert per hour. You don't have to remember this measurement. The only thing you have to remember are the numbers that this device is giving you. Before we are going to talk about the numbers, I'm going to make something clear. There is radiation everywhere.
Everywhere, everywhere.
This whole planet is built on radiation. So don't get freaked out if somebody tells you that radiation is dangerous. Drinking water can be dangerous too. Drinking too much water can be deadly. That means that the danger is not the radiation itself, but the amount of radiation you're exposed to. As I already mentioned, there is radiation everywhere, and we are exposed to radiation every hour, every minute, and every second. This exposure is called natural background radiation, or just background radiation. And this is the thing you have to remember. Natural background radiation is radiation that we are exposed to on a normal basis. The radiation that you are exposed to at this moment watching my video. If you turn on your dosimeter right now, you'll see that your dosimeter is giving you a number between 0.10 and 0.30 microsievert per hour. That means you are receiving somewhere between 0.10 and 0.30 microsievert of radiation every single hour. Everything between 0.10 and 0.30 is called natural background radiation, and it's completely safe. Otherwise, you will be dead already. On average, you receive 0.20 microsievert every hour. Let's stick to the 0.20 as an average. Researchers say that an average person receives 2,400 microsievert each year. Let's do some calculation to see if this is true. We have learned that the average background radiation is 0.20 every hour. A day has 24 hours, so in 24 hours we receive 4.8 microsievert every day. A year has 365 days. 365 days gives you 1,752 microsievert every year. Do you still remember that I said that researchers set an average radiation on 2,400 microsievert every year? The result of our calculation is a little bit lower. And you know why? Because there are a lot of other sources where we get radiation from. As an example, if you go to a dentist and you get a dental x-ray, you will receive 100 microsievert of radiation. Not per hour, not per second, no. You will receive 100 microsievert of radiation. If you go to a hospital and you get a chest x-ray, you will receive 1000 microsievert of radiation. If you go to a hospital and you get a full body CT scan, you will receive 10,000 microsievert of radiation.
Not great or terrible.
This amount of radiation could be considered as dangerous, and that's why you won't get a CT scan without having serious health problems. Did you know that you are exposed to 10 times more radiation in an airplane than on the ground? That means that if you would use your dosimeter in an airplane, you will have a number close to 3 microsievert an hour. Why are the radiation levels inside a flying airplane more than 10 times higher than the background radiation, you would ask, right? Because our Earth is exposed to radiation from out of space. This is called cosmic radiation. The higher you are in the sky, the thinner the sky is and the more radiation you absorb. For a normal traveler, it is quite safe to fly frequently. But it's another story if we talk about airline crew. Airline crew, and especially intercontinental airline crew that make longer flights, have work limitations. Airline crew are not allowed to be exposed more than 9,000 microsievert a year. They receive almost 4 times more radiation than an average person. So now you know everything you need to read and understand the numbers on your dosimeter. From now on, you are going to use the dosimeter I gave you during our 48-hour Chernobyl adventure. But before going to Chernobyl, there is a small dosimeter exam. I will ask you guys a few questions, and if you can answer them right, we are ready to go. If you grab your dosimeter right now and you turn it on, what number do you expect that the dosimeter is going to tell you? Between 0.10 and 0.30. Very good. How many times more radiation are we exposed to in an airplane? More than 10 times. Very good. So if I say 10 times more radiation than the normal background radiation is somewhere between 1 and 3. Very good. So if you see 20 microsievert on your dosimeter, would you consider that as dangerous? It's an open question. The answer is, it's only dangerous if you live under an exposure of that amount. Being there for a few seconds until 1 hour is completely safe. Remember guys, flying in an airplane gives you 3 microsievert every hour. Flying from New York to Amsterdam gives you a radiation exposure of 21 microsievert. Now I will show you some pictures and you are going to tell me if this is considered as dangerous. In this area, the radiation level is 0.23 microsievert per hour. Is this dangerous? Absolutely not. It is the natural background radiation. This place has a radiation level of 3.3. Is that dangerous? It's not dangerous if you just stay there for a few hours, but if you live there for 1 year, there is a chance you will get cancer. And that's it. Congratulations! You all passed the exam. You can now officially read and understand how the dosimeter works. There are just a few rules before we go, because there are some very dangerous areas inside the Chernobyl exclusion zone, like the Red Forest and some other areas. Stay together at all time and don't touch or pick up objects inside the zone. It is time to go to Chernobyl.